What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and I'm going to be going over the worst characters in the game, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to be starting this list off from the absolute worst, and then it goes up. So, first, we have Kotal Kahn. I feel like Kotal Kahn is, without a shadow of a doubt, the worst character in the game. Period. Like, character's just actually trash, and he doesn't have any good tools. They so-called buffed him, but the buff really didn't do anything, and it didn't have any significant change on his playstyle, and he still pretty much sucks. He doesn't play any archetype very well. He doesn't do anything better than anyone in the game. His recovery is garbage. He don't have any, well, put it more specifically, he doesn't have access to any good mids. He's kind of just slow in general. He has a good wave dash if you know how to do that. I feel like the main change that this character needs to be actually a viable character is just to make it, well, just to make his mid, his forward two, the one where he lunges at you, that mid needs to be around 18, in between, the 15, no, I wouldn't say 15, it's too fast. I would say 16 to 18 frames. Somewhere in that general area, that's how fast that mid should be, in my opinion. If they sped it up too much, he would be kind of ridiculous, and we don't want that. So, to make it fair, I would just say make his mid a little faster. Well, a lot faster, but not too much faster. And then this character would be good. Just doesn't do nothing. Now, Kotal's the absolute worst character in the game. Then next, in bottom three, we have Kung Lao. This video is going to be about bottom five, by the way, but I feel like Kung Lao is the second to worst character in the game, in my opinion. I feel like this character is like so misunderstood, it's actually kind of pathetic. Like that the community, that at least half of the community think this character is good just because he's annoying. Back in the last MK, there was this character that everybody, well, a lot of people loved and a lot of people hate. Mileena. Mileena was absolute garbage when the game first came out. And she had the community split, just like Lao, where some people think this character is good, some people think the character's trash. Now, Mileena was actually just complete, utter garbage, but she was annoying. And the fact that she was annoying led scrubs and people who aren't that good and people who don't lab, they were thinking that Mileena was like one of the best characters in the game at the beginning of the game's life cycle. And everybody was just like, no, what is wrong with y'all? And people didn't start to see it until later. I feel like Kung Lao is going to be the same way. Everybody who thinks this character is good, y'all just don't see it yet. Y'all really don't. Everybody who thinks Lao is good is either ignorant, has not tried to play the character consistently to see for themselves, or just let Lao get away with unsafe stuff. I have a whole video on how to beat this character, and I recommend watching that if you don't understand how to fight him. Just don't say that this character is good without doing research or actually learning how to fight him. I had a person who commented in the video, like, yes, I was one of those people. Well, this is not me saying this, make that clear. It was one of my subscribers. He was like, I was one of those people that thought Lao was good, and then I watched your video, and you showed me actually how to punish him. Now I understand why he's trash. That is all it takes. Get in the lab, go watch my video, My most recent video about, I think it was the final rant until balance patch. Yeah, I don't, I'm not sure if that's my most recent, but go watch that video and learn how to fight this character, because the community being split got this character garbage buffs. If you think that those buffs were good, man, honestly, if you think the buffs were good, you're probably one of the people that thought he didn't need any or thought he was good. But the fact of the matter is, this character's trash. And this character really showed me how blind some people could be, and it's honestly disappointing that at least half the community could be this blind to how trash this character honestly is. And the whole thing with Foxy is the best Lao. And a lot of people were saying he was good. Lao was good because of Foxy. Let's make one thing clear. Even though Lao has a couple of top 8s, Lao has only ever been in one top 8 with all the competition there. One. That's it. And still, even the pros don't punish this character. I was watching Defend the North, and that's one tournament. You can go watch the tournament. And this player named Splash was not being punished. And he made it to grand finals by just like, he was good, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people were not punishing Lau. He was taking advantage of the fact that people didn't know the matchup. Even Fox was not punishing Lau. Like, I ain't talking about Foxy, you know, Sonic Fox. He was not punishing Lau. He still won, but fact of the matter is, people just don't punish his character. And the community thinks he's good because he's annoying. Just go lab. That's all you need to do. His character's not good. Now, third to worst character in the game, in my opinion, Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn is absolute... How can I say this? He's the most... trying to put it in the right words. I would say he has the most potential out of any of these characters. Literally one buff would make this character top 10. And that buff is to make that mid that he has, the 9 or 10 frame mid, cancelable. If he could cancel that mid into low, he would kind of be ridiculous. And I think they know that, so they're being very careful with this character, and I respect that. I feel like they're not giving him enough, but they're really trying to be careful, and you can tell. They know that one wrong move will just automatically shoot this character up to ridiculousness. And I'm happy that they're taking their time, buffing him slowly, because I feel like that this character could have been the definition of buff gone wrong. Like, they're being careful. You can tell, and I think they mentioned that they are too, but I think people overrate Shao Kahn, in my opinion. Like, people don't understand how bad this character really is and how good you have to be to make him work. He doesn't do anything very well but poke, and still there is not that much to be afraid of because he can't dish out a lot of damage without committing, without completely committing or doing something that's a high. So that's how I feel about Shao Kahn. I feel like he will be, what's the word? I feel like he will be mid-tier by the end of the game's life cycle, but as of now, I think he's one of the worst characters in the game. I'm sorry, I just do. And if you can make him work, you're just a good player. I don't think it's the character. If you're making Shao Kahn work, you are genuinely a good player, and that's all there is to it. Fourth worst character in the game, in my opinion, is Raiden. Raiden got some buffs. The buffs did nothing. Didn't fix his problem at all. His problems at all. Thing about Raiden is meant to be a character. He has an archetype. That's a good thing about him. He has his own genuine archetype. And he's an anti-zoning mixed character. There's not a lot of people that can do that. But the thing about that is he doesn't mix well because he has to completely give himself up to mix you up. And still, his reward is not that huge off of it unless he's in the corner. And I feel like they just need to make his overhead special cancelable and he'll be good. Like, that's it. I feel like this character is going to start getting overrated because of the Raiden buffs, but those buffs are honestly nothing. This character is meant to be a 50-50 character, but he just doesn't do it well because he has to give too much of himself up to mix you up, and he can't really apply his mix in a safe, rewarding way. For example, Sub-Zero can low you all day, get good damage. Sonya can low you all day, get good damage. Raiden can low you all day and get good damage. Sub-Zero goes overhead, special cancelable, you're almost dead. Sonya goes overhead, you're almost dead. Raiden goes overhead once, gets a huge combo, but then can't do anything anymore to mix you up. And still, he has to hit you overhead twice. He has to do way more work. So it seems like that they designed mixed characters in this game to just low all day and then want to throw out the overhead, but he doesn't get rewarded for his mix at all. Kano, 5th worst character in the game. Now, Kano, I think they, how can I put it? They gave him the same type of buffs as Kotal. Like, his buffs are better than Kotal. Let's get that straight right away. Way better than Kotal's buffs. But they didn't fix him as a base character. And I feel like he is, in my opinion, still one of the worst. Only because a lot of people, well, 2 people specifically, Devore and Collector, got moved up. So that's why I feel Devore, Collector, and Frost, they moved up. So I feel like Dirtbag has went down, or Kano has went down in general. The problem with Kano is the same problem with Kotal, is they buffed his other variation without buffing the base character. The variations weren't the problem, it was the character. And that's what NRS did not realize. That's it. All they need to do to fix this character is to give him a decent mid. That's it. Literally all he needs. And he'll be good. All his mids they suck. One of his mids make him retreat, and the other one just is like a one-hit forward launching move. It's not good. Kano just needs one good mid, and he'll be a monster. Mark my words. And Raiden, I'm going over what these characters need in case I didn't do that. Raiden, he just needs a safe way to apply the overhead. Oh wait, I already went over Raiden. Lau, he needs a lot actually. But for the most part, he just needs plus frames. Shao Kahn, he needs to be able to, I think he should get more damage off of the mid that he has. His 10 frame mid, the whole string, in my opinion, should do around 25% and he'll be fine. 25, 24. 22, 24, around that range. And Kotal, he needs to be faster and his mid should be sped up. That's it with Kotal. So yeah, that is my bottom 5 in the game. And if you disagree, trust me, you'll realize in a couple months that this is bottom 5. Everybody else just got too significant of changes to be bottom 5, and these characters got left behind, in my opinion. But Kano is right on the borderline of being very good, in my opinion, especially with the Dirtbag buffs. Dirtbag has a very interesting archetype that I really enjoy watching, and I can't wait to see what people do with it. But Dirtbag has potential, a lot of potential actually. That's my bottom 5. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitch and my Patreon, and Nickopz.